Starting an online business as a coach or consultant or selling products can feel a lot like the gold rush, where everyone's gunning for the prize and only a select few will come out on top. But the truth of the matter is that starting an online business is a lot like the gold rush, but the people making the most money are not the ones panning for gold. I'll tell you what I mean in just a second. So a lot of people, when they want to get into the online world, they run into a couple of roadblocks. One of them is they think they don't have the expertise or the credibility, that they won't be able to help anyone. And two is that they don't know how to find a niche. Now, both of these things are not a problem if you can address this situation correctly. So I said that starting an online business is a lot like the gold rush. But let's talk about who actually made the most money in the gold rush, okay? So what happens is, people find out there's gold. They find out there is a pot of gold at the proverbial rainbow. Everybody rushes to the same scene and they all go after the same prize. Now, what does this result in? This is what's called a red ocean. It's going to give you tons of competition, little rewards, and a select few are going to come out on top with big wins, and everyone else is going to lose. But let's talk about who actually made the most money during the gold rush. It wasn't the prospectors panning for gold. It was the people who sold them tools. The people who sold shovels and housing and food and maps and everything else you need to successfully pan for gold. Now remember, panning for gold is a long shot. So in your role as a consultant online, we want to avoid the long shots and give you the best possible chance of success. And the way to do that is to sell the tools. And the cool thing about this is your job is to be in the right place at the right time and to understand the problems of your market and give them what they need. You don't have to be an expert in anything. You don't have to be credible in terms of certifications or degrees or things like that. Now, just by going through this process, you will, by default, become an expert of your market. You will become intimately familiar with their wants, needs, and desires, and then you will fulfill them and get paid very well for it. And there's demand built in, okay? The people selling shovels, the people selling housing and food and maps to the gold prospectors didn't have to be amazing at what they did, okay? Because there's so much demand and they were in the right place at the right time. And that's what we have to do for you. So what we're gonna do is show you how to go out there and find out who's panning for gold. So we want to identify a couple of different industries you might be interested in. We need to find the groups of people first and then go figure out what their metaphorical goal is. So what are these people after in the industry? What are they trying to achieve? You know, this could be people trying to lose weight or gain muscle. It could be businesses trying to cut costs or make the best hires. It could be large corporations who need technology implementations. It could be your sole proprietor who needs help systemizing his business, okay? There are an infinite amount of things that this could be. We could go into the arts, so people who want to write a novel successfully, get an indie film published, anything like this. All we have to do is pick a market, pick a group of people who are panning for gold, and identify what that actually means to them. So what is their gold? What is their gold rush? What are they after? And then all we have to do is ask them, you know, what kind of tools do you need to successfully pan for gold? We figure that out and then we give it to them. And that's how coaching and consulting works. So we just figure out the proven process and give these people tools, scripts, templates, and processes that's going to make their life easier in accomplishing that goal that they're after, okay? So in the actual gold rush, maybe somebody needs a map to figure out where the best ores are. But in your industry, maybe somebody needs a script, okay? Maybe somebody needs a process. And you might be saying, yeah, but I don't have those scripts and processes. So this is what we do. We go into the market, we figure out, okay, what processes do you need? We figure that out by asking them what their biggest problems, pains, and challenges are. And then we manually do that process for them the first time. So we might go out there and read a couple blog posts, might even read a couple books, or maybe hire somebody on Upwork to do that process the very first time. Now, as soon as we have what's called proof of concept, which means we've successfully done it for one person and then 2 and 3 and 4 people, we just turn those into templates. So whatever scripts worked, whatever processes worked, whatever outlines or exercises work to get that person a result, to get them the goal they were after. We just turn it into tools, and then we can sell that to the rest of the market. Do you see how demand is built in there? So we've already proven that it worked. We've already proven this map helped people successfully find gold in whatever your respective industry is. Then we turned it into a template and we sold this map to everyone, or we sold this shovel to everyone. Now, if you're worried about your expertise, you don't have to know how to make this map. You don't have to know how to build the shovel, okay? All you have to do is provide the shovel and the map to the prospectors. So you can hire somebody to make that shovel for you. You can learn how to make the shovel when the time comes. There are a number of different ways that you can do this. You can source the map from somebody else, right? You can go find an expert who does know where the gold is and have them drop the map for a fee, pay them hourly, and then go ahead and sell this map to everybody else. So your job as a business owner is to identify the problems and the needs of the market and to provide solutions. That's the expertise you need to develop, not the fulfillment, because you can always hire people to draw the map. You can always hire people to build the shovels. But if you learn to find out what tools people need to successfully pan for gold, whatever that means in their industry, again, maybe this is helping people with their low back pain. Maybe it's helping them become better at mountain biking. Maybe this is helping an e-commerce store increase sales with Facebook ads. The point is, all we have to do is figure out what their specific gold is and then help them get it. And you don't have to have experience, you don't have to have expertise, you don't have to have credentials to do this. What you have to have is a great understanding of the market and their needs. So if you need help starting your online business, if you want to capitalize on the gold rush that is happening right now, I recommend you don't necessarily pan for gold, but you sell the tools, okay? That's who makes the most money with the most consistency. So instead of going after the small rewards that will go to the select few at the top, just provide tools to everyone who's going after that gold. You can help more people at scale, and you can create dependable income no matter what industry you're in. If you need help doing that, check out the link below this video. There's a free webinar on how to go through this exact process for your market and how anyone can become a consultant regardless of credentials or experience. So don't miss out on the gold rush. As you know, these things are timely. You have to move fast. Money loves speed. So go find out what problems people have, create the tools, the scripts, the templates, and the processes that will help them get after that gold. And then you be the guy who just stands on the side of the road and sells shovels and maps at a premium because everybody walking by you needs them, okay? Anybody can do this if you just start taking action, you learn how to talk to the market, and you learn how to create solutions to existing problems in the marketplace. Forget your grand business idea, go out there, find out what the market wants, and give it to them. And then enjoy your gold that you can buy with all that money you made selling tools.